Bro, the Texans just released C.J. Gardner-Johnson. The 4-5 podcast, man. We are back. EP2 coming to you from H-Town, man. I'm with producer extraordinaire, that boy T. Rasco. I am Corey Mixed It, man. Long weekend in Houston sports. Long weekend in general for Houston, period. I actually found some nostalgic in my morning routine. That actually put me in a better mood. I was jamming at Michael, Killer Mike, ATL, shout out to y'all. And man, you know when you're on Apple Music, they kind of give you that sounds like, or this person is, like this person or whatever. So they bought up Currency, and it was Pilot Talk 2. And man, I hadn't listened to Pilot Talk 2 in forever. And like that used to be one of my favorite projects. So I started jamming that, man. That used to be my thing when I used to DJ on a Friday. You play all this club music, man, you're not about to ride home. And I'd have been listening to it all night. So I used to turn that Pilot Talk 2 on, man, just cruise on on the way home. But that's what got me through my morning today, man. What you over there jamming, T. Rasco?
And Currency stay in the rotation, whether it's Pilot
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
2 or what's the other one, Verde Terrace. A lot of his old projects I always have in rotation, but I'm on some Freddie Gibbs today, man. Had Alfredo yesterday. I woke up today and said, you know what, man, I think I'm gonna jam that Alfredo. So yeah, I'm on that Freddie Gibbs.
Man. Well, I wasn't saying that I just recently got back on Currency. Obviously, he
Yeah.
got a bunch of other projects that I listened to, but Pilot Talk 2 is one that I hadn't listened to in the long time. And this is back during the time where he used to have that. I don't know who used to do his illustrations, but they used to be off the chain, the designers and stuff. So that kind of, it had that. I like the feel of that. And then, it's just that mellow out music, man. But that's what got me through my morning today, because I wasn't in the best of moods, man, after these last couple of days. Houston sports, if you've been under a rock, man, we are going through it. But let's start with the Texans first. Right before we even get on to even just do the show, Texans release C.J. Gardner-Johnson. As you all know, we are already 0-3. We actually, I hate that I'm even saying this, we got an important game coming up on Sunday against the Titans, because I feel like that is going to make or break the season right there. Roscoe, what did you see this weekend from these Texans, man? Because I know you're not happy with them.
Just a lot of undiscipline. Just a lot of undisciplined plays, a lot of brain farts, if you will. Just a lot of just lack of structure. I mean, I know we can complain about the offensive line, the regression that we're seeing in C.J. Stroud, even though everything needs to kind of be perfect for him to be able to get off and whatever.
Sure.
But just the lack of discipline. I don't know what it is, why everyone's not honed in. It's early in the season. I know you're 0-2 to go into that game last week, but I mean, I would think it would be a lot more attention to detail, and it just wasn't in a game that should have been won by the Texans.
And you know what's even more crazy? So obviously, I do the recaps on TikTok, for the Texans. Well, really for any Houston sport, really. So of course we got Jacksonville, Duval. My God, I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing it, man. That was all on my TikTok these past couple of days. And, I get it, man. Y'all don't normally beat the Texans all the time, because the way they was coming at me made me feel like that was a championship game or something that they had just won. So that's what made it even more odd. But I'll be honest, if I'm just talking about the AFC South in general, that game was the game of the mid-off right there, man. Because Trevor Lawrence, well, let's take Trevor Lawrence out of it for a second. Jacksonville played horrible. They played horrible that game. It just sucks that the Texans played even worse than that. And as I look at it, CJ, I think his QB rating that day was like 66. Trevor Lawrence QB rating that day was like a 56. And I'm just sitting here like, how are we not? And then you look up at the end of the game. Well, not even towards it, just throughout the game. We got 3 points. We have 3 points. Now, it don't make it no better that, I think Jacksonville might have only had 10 at that time, so it was still a close game. But, man, the offense is just a shell of itself, man. And I don't know how, I know we had struggles last year, but this team that I'm looking at, these first 3 games, I don't even know who they are currently. And there's a lot of people gunning for CJ as well, as you know. Do you think this is a make or break season for CJ? Is he kind of getting pushed to the fire as being on the hot seat for the starting QB job?
I don't know if it's necessary him being on the hot seat for a starting QB job. I think his starting position is intact. He's still a better talent than David Mills is, and I don't think we're going to go and waste first round picks or even day 2 picks on a quarterback anytime soon. But what he is on a hot seat is, or at least to me anyways, is he really an elite talent? Is he someone that can rise above all the holes and the voids that you have on your team and still be able to find ways to get it done? Or is he someone that just needs everything to be perfect in order for him to look perfect or look successful as well? And that's where it is, where I'm at with it. And I'm quite sure there's other fans that are the same way. Like, is he someone that is really in that upper tier when it comes to quarterback play and just quarterbacks in general?
Yeah, and you hit on something because that's actually what I was talking to some of the fans, or at least some of the Jacksonville fans about, because they were like, well, yeah, man, it's time to have that conversation that CJ is a bust, like, as y'all had all that energy for Trevor Lawrence. And I was like, well, man, look, just on a serious tip, this is not even like, me against Jags right now, or me, whatever, just sticking up for the Texans. Like, ever since Trevor Lawrence has came into the league, everything has been generational talent. Generational talent. Even before he was leaving college, it was generational talent. And when you say bust, to be honest, you guys, even because I know all Jacksonville fans weren't on the Trevor Lawrence train when he got paid, because he still got almost 300 M's, and he still is playing like he's still trying to figure it out, and y'all still gave him 300 M's. So the bust talk, when it just, swinging it back over to CJ Stroud, when you say bust talk, it's like, I don't know if I'm there yet with him because it's hard to evaluate. I mean, me and you have talked about this before. It's hard to evaluate players when there's so much other things going wrong. Like, we can definitely throw CJ in there like, okay, CJ, you are probably part of the problem, but it is far more problems going on with the Texans right now. Like, I even read some reports about there was some arguments that ownership that's having that spilled into the Texans locker room. So I'm just like, what? All of a sudden now, what is going on with the Texans, man? Like, it's kind of beyond me, man. The OC, I know before we got into this week, I didn't know he was being real heavy on the Patriots playbook with the Patriots ties. I'm thinking we getting, somebody off the McVay tree that maybe you could take some stuff for them, give us an up-tempo West Coast offense. But that has just not been the case, man. So the Texans, they're in a real bad spot, man. What do you think? I want to get your take on this. What do you think as far as the Titans game? Do you think that game is going to hold some relevance? I mean, if we lose that game, if we
You
lose to
lose
the
that
Titans,
game, losing a game to a rookie quarterback at home, if you lose that game, then you might as well just go ahead and pack it up for the season. I mean, it's already hard to go 0-3 and find yourself in the playoffs, but you start the season 0-4, going into a game against a Baltimore Ravens that's just as hungry because they sitting at 1-2, and they could be
yep.
1-3 if they lose that game against the Chiefs. Like, you might as well pack the season up and start looking at uh, who on this roster can give us draft picks that can help build the team and fill out holes and gaps that we have right now. Because there should be no excuse to lose a game to a Tennessee Titan team that's got a rookie quarterback. Like, I'm sorry, at home.
And,
Like, that's
but
unexcusable.
see, I'm gonna tell you something. You correct me if I'm wrong. So the thing that concerns me just a little bit, the Titans, even though they got the brakes beat off them by the Colts, they scored 20 points. They did score 20 still. Now, the Colts just steamrolled them and put up 40 on their head. When I look at that 20 points, I just look at the past 3 games that the Texans have had, man. We was 3 point before that Nico Collins busted coverage TD that we got because the Jags had their head in the cloud somewhere. We had 3 points on the board. The Rams beat you by scoring under 21 points. The Bucks beat you scoring 21 points. Jacksonville only scored 19 to beat you. What they score? 19 or 17?
17.
Okay. Well, that's even worse.
But my take on this, though, is like, this is when I scream or put emphasis on the fact that you're playing against a rookie quarterback, your defense should win this game. Like, this may not be the game that CJ Stroud and them get going and he throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns or whatever the case may be. But the defense has no reason, no excuse to not show up against a rookie quarterback at home. Like, y'all, there should be 4 or 5 sacks in this game. There should be at least 2 turnovers in this game. That they should be causing havoc and win the game themselves. We can figure out the CJ Stroud and the offensive thing as the season continues to go on. But this upcoming game, this needs to be a defensive win for sure.
I hear you. It needs to be something, man. And now you're getting this news with the GJ, now he released. It's like, what the hell y'all got going on the defensive side of the ball now?
He must have went in the locker room and had one of those bipolar moments where he just cussed everybody out for being 0-3.
We call it
I don't understand why we – yeah, for sure. I don't understand why you let him go. I know Jimmy Ward got removed from that exemption list.
That's true.
I wonder if that played a part into it. But unless, he's been playing terrible, which I didn't think he was playing awful. I didn't think anybody on the defense in particular was someone that was not playing well. It's more so on the offensive end. This one, you definitely got to hear more to give us a great explanation as to why this took place today.
Oh yeah, it's about to be a bunch of, right when we get off, that's what I'm gonna dive into, because I know it's gonna be tons of reports coming out for that, man. And speaking of reports around the league, let's go around the league for a quick second, because I was actually geared up to watch some college football this weekend. Man, I just seen blowout after blowout out there. LSU got a super huge win. Georgia got a super huge win. Who else got them a nice win? Tennessee beat the brakes off somebody. I seen Texas. I seen Arch. I seen Arch Manny stumping over somebody in the end zone at Sam Houston, getting big chest, and I'm like, hey man, you playing? Don't come out here doing that, Arch. Like, we understand you're getting a dub and you're feeling good, but yeah, these last 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so, man, you've been playing pretty bad. That was actually y'all tune-up game. That was y'all get-up, tune-up game. So outside of that, I didn't really like that he went, kind of, big dog stepping over Sam Houston, man. What you like, man, around the league this weekend, man? Just college football, NFL, shoot it to me.
Not so much for the past week, more so what to look forward to when it comes to college football. LSU got Ole Miss, so that should be a good one. There's a couple other games I saw on the schedule that was worth looking into. Notre Dame has Arkansas. I'm always looking forward to seeing Notre Dame take an L.
Everybody want Notre Dame to take that L, man.
My problem with Notre Dame is they don't play in a conference. Yeah, I hate at the end of the year they're always in college playoff talk. They're always even before the whole college playoff thing, they was always in contention to win championships. And it's like, for what? Who y'all play? The Army?
That's true.
Like, who's y'all playing to justify y'all being here? And so that's always been my beef with Notre Dame.
I hear you. Yeah, I mean, because I know a guy, man. He hates Notre Dame like with a passion. He an OU fan. Oklahoma got a big win too, by the way. I mess with Oklahoma. And flipping over to NFL, I know you had some things. I know we talked about it a little bit. We got some things that we wanted to bring to the table with what's going on with the Giants, man, because they kind of starting in like the same situation, but theirs has been kind of consistent over these last couple years. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and sit Russell Wilson. I'm going to let you fire off on this subject because I know you had some things you wanted to say, but I just want to say this, man, and I mean this by no disrespect to Russell Wilson. And brother, look, I know that if this video fine, you're probably not gonna see this video anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man. Go ahead and retire, bro. Retire, man. You have lived a sports career that a lot of people would have wanted to have. You got you a Super Bowl. You played on some great teams. You got family, you got Sierra, you got paid, you got big money. You are on top. After that Broncos fallout, I thought that was going to be the end of it. But, man, for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on. You are pushing it and just keep pushing it. And I understand you lit up the Cowboys the other week, which we could get to them a little later. But I know you lit them up. But you was
Didn't
really
get the Steelers to the playoffs last year though. Like
he did. He did. Like I
so,
said, he has some magic happening. But then when you look up, it's like, okay, you did all that for the Steelers. The Steelers still was just like, we good on him. And then, now you with the Giants. And that game the other day, man, I don't know if y'all watched it, man. He was kind of trying to do the same similar stuff he did with the Cowboys. This ain't the Cowboys secondary, man. He was just chunking stuff up there like, hey, man, somebody over there in that vicinity. And, man, it was all bad, for the Giants. And like I said, they with us with the 0-3, but now they are bringing Dart into the fold. What do you think about that, man?
I think it's too soon. I think it's too soon.
It is.
Like your team is not ready to win right now. And so because y'all not ready to win right now, just throwing Jackson Dart in there is not going to help him in any kind of way, shape, or form. I'd rather see them pivot over to Jameis Winston. I mean, he might go, he gonna give it up. He gonna give you 1, 2, 3 interceptions, but he also might throw for 300 yards and get you 3 touchdowns too.
That's true.
He might keep you in a game, might lose the game, but hey, it's gonna be an interesting game. So I'd rather see them pivot over to Jameis Winston first, then give Jackson Dart more, practice reps. First reps with the offense, even if people still practicing in the regular season. More repetition to see game, actual game from the sideline, and then throw him out there when he's a little bit more comfortable or when he's seen enough from on this playing, on this level. But to just throw him out there game 4, I think they're doing him a disservice because it's not like he got a playoff team around him. So
yeah, I would much rather see them go to Winston too, because if it keeps going downhill from there, then it would kind of make more sense to say, okay, Dart, this is your time to shine. We absolutely have nothing going right now, and I think that would be the perfect time to bring him in, to escort him in, because right now, man, Dayball, man, it's looking real bad over there because. Okay, we know about what's going on with the organization and how they've performed over these last couple years and stuff like that. But the QB that you was super down on and you was like, man, we got to get him out of here and go with something else because this is the reason why. Like, we got everything laid out for him. It's just not working. That guy is lighting it up for the Colts. I'm talking about a QB rate
right now.
He looking real good right now, and this is almost kind of like a Sam Darnold situation. But man, a QB rating of 128 and you 3-0, like it's making the Giants organization that has to be. If I was an owner for the Giants, that would be a big head scratcher to me. I got a guy now. Granted, the Colts are a little bit more well structured of a team than the Giants are, but man, that guy's over there living his best life, and he's like, yes, now I finally get to play some meaningful football. Man, he's going all out, and he's doing his thing, and that's got to hurt. To me personally, that's got to hurt the Giants in some big shape or form. But
it's good too. It's like, yeah, Daniel Jones is getting off, but Jonathan Taylor playing great, and it kind of makes you wonder what could Daniel Jones have done if he just would have signed Saquon. Like you put all your focus, all your eggs in a basket to signing Daniel Jones. Then what if you just would have paid Saquon? And then you would have had him and Malik Neighbors. Y'all probably look a whole lot better on offense right now than you do. So
that's gotta hurt, man. If I'm
somebody gotta lose their job in that front office. Sorry,
no. Look, listen. If I'm the owner, I'm like, I watched Saquon leave when I wanted him. You know, I know you seen the Hard Knocks, that little clip on Hard Knocks when he was like, I'm going to be real heartbroken if Saquon go to the Eagles. Not only does he go to the Eagles, he wins a Super Bowl with the Eagles. So now you got to live with that. And then now you mean to tell me I got to turn around over here in the AFC and watch a QB that I just had for 3 years or 3 or 4 years or whatever stink it up in New York, and now you mean to tell me he's over there with 128 QB ratings? Like, give me a break is what I would be for the Giants right now, man. But switching back over to Houston, it ain't all bad, man, because we got some big stuff coming up for U of H, man. Basketball season is around the corner. They got a new recruiting class that I am very excited to see. And, hey, U of H football, 3-0. What's the big game they got coming up? Texas Tech? I think it's Texas Tech they got. Not this week. I think this week they play like Oregon State or something like that. I think they play Oregon State, and then we got all these damn computers. We is in a digital world. I don't know why we sitting up here trying to use my mind. I'm up here trying to use my mind on it. But I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they play Oregon State. And then, hey, you got a good chance to go 4-0 before you head into that game with Tech, man. I know a lot of people trying to get out there to that Texas Tech game. That should be a real good one for U of H.
Yeah, that basketball team has that classic coming up pretty soon as well out there in Katy.
Are you talking about the one in Rosenberg or the one in? Is it another one?
Rosenberg. Yes, in Rosenberg. I think Texas A&M is in that tournament. That classic as well.
Yeah, man, we gotta get out there and check it. We gotta get out there and check some of these out.
Especially
that Rosenberg is that's a new center they just built out there. That Fort Bend, it's wherever they playing at that Fort Bend Center or whatever. That's a brand new Coliseum out there they just built.
Didn't know that.
So that'd be pretty great to get out there to see him.
Yeah. All right. That took forever. You guys probably think I got broadband or dial up, but
they're working off that landline.
Yeah, I know, right? They play Oregon State this week, and then they got Tech after that.
That Tech, man, that's gonna be a big game right there.
Yeah.
Huge game, especially if they go win this, which I expect them to. If they beat this Oregon State team, and then that's going to put you at 4-0 right there. And then you can go knock off Tech. What Tech is like, well, I don't know what the new rankings is now, but I know the last time I checked, they were like 16 or something at least.
They're 12 right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they went up then. They went up.
Yeah.
I mean, well, they did just beat Utah. Didn't they beat Utah?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that probably because they beat Utah pretty convincingly, too. It was like 30-something to like 10 or something like that. Last time I had checked on their score. But yeah, man, shout outs to U of H, man. That should be that's exciting. That should be pretty big for them. Be pretty big. I definitely will be keeping up.
They get past that Texas Tech game. They got a pretty easy schedule. Not too many. It's college football. It's pretty much any given Saturday. But at the same time, they don't have another test until they play TCU. So, yeah, hopefully they don't overlook Oregon State and play well against Texas Tech and who knows. I'm definitely gonna be on that. Yeah, I'm gonna be on that Texas Tech game. Like I said, it should be pretty big, man. What that fantasy look like for you, man? This past week. So weak. Had a so week. CD Lamb getting hurt, definitely hurt. Hate to see him go down. Hopefully he can get back. Also, James Conner went out. He's out for the season, and so that one put a damper on my team as well.
That hurt me too.
Hopefully we bounce back, man. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, Thomas Jr., you are being banned to the shadow realm, sir. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want to kick it with you with T.I. I don't want to kick it with you. I don't want to skate. I don't want nothing
with you.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with you, sir. Jacksonville, they all really didn't do nothing really against the Texans, just that extravagant. So I figured, he might do some stuff to the second. Man, he had like 1.5. And like this is the guy I actually need to win. Everybody else has performed on my team, the rest of the team. But the guy I'm playing, he has a pretty good team too. And his whole team had performed. So it was like left up to Thomas, man. Can you get me 12, 15 points? I'm not even asking for much. I ain't even asking for no anomaly game, no, some super,
There got you 12 drops.
Yeah, like, bro. And he had like 1.5 for the longest. And then by the time I looked up again, he broke off that little big run towards the end, which you already kind of know the situation. But I think that might have put him to like maybe 9. But outside of that, man, I say, you know what? I mean, it may be more than likely he probably go off next week. Who knows? Who cares? Because this has been 4 weeks in. You can have it. So if you got Thomas Jr. on your in your game, he go off next week, and you like, you should have kept him in. I do not care, man. He is going. He might not even make the bench because this is like his 3rd week in a row with me. So he may not even make the bench on my team, man. But
yeah, him and Marvin Harrison Jr. and they look like 2 young receivers that are just broken. You can throw Xavier Legette in there too. Like those 3 receivers. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's just some mental right now or what, but all 3 of them look like that. It's just something going on internally with them. Dropping passes, half-ass running routes. All 3 of them look like they're going through something. So I don't know if they need to go talk to their therapist, go talk to, go get some home cooking or something. But yeah, they need to snap back into it because they look terrible.
The Marvin Harrison Jr. situation, that's criminal. Because there is no way he should, outside of McBride, maybe he should be number 1 easily, hands down. And for whatever reason, man, I don't know what's going on over there with that team. 'Cause I for sure thought he was going to be a sure thing when he first got drafted. He actually was a high pick in my fantasy a couple years back when he got drafted. I was I'm getting Marvin Harrison Jr. And they should be using him more. That's kind of like we got going with the Texans, man. We didn't wasted 2 picks on some pro-style offenses coming out of Iowa State, and we ain't used them not a lick. We got one that's a returner on special teams, and then we got the other one that's, look, I'm sorry to go skate back to the Texans.
Higgins, does he even have like double-digit targets this game? Like this season? I know you don't have it in the game. I know that for a fact. But like this season, in the first 3 games, does he even have 10 targets?
Fun fact: I looked up how many snaps Higgins has been on before we went into the Jacksonville game. 11.5% of the snaps for Higgins. It's essentially like he's damn near 3rd string at this point. And it's like, what are we doing, Texans? What are we doing? We just cursed. It's something going on this year. I don't know what it is, man. And to piggyback on that, Rockets, Fred VanVleet, torn ACL, out for the season. Look, I want to apologize to the Houstonians, man. I want to apologize to my H-Town family. On my recap video that I did on TikTok, after I downed the Texans for what they did Sunday afternoon, I did a live search for the Rockets, what time the Rockets play, on that video. I said, man, you know what? Let's see when the Rockets play. And I feel like I jinxed it because the very next day, Fred VanVleet out for the season. And then had insult to injury. We get the Gardner Johnson news right before we get on, like, Houston, and then, I'm sorry.
Don't forget about your Astros now.
I was just about to say, I got the Astros hat on.
Went 0 for 100 at home against the Mariners.
Then they turned around. Astros get slapped by the Mariners this past weekend. You got Astros in a span of 4 days and some change. The sweep of the Astros by the Mariners, so they kind of hanging on thin ice with their season. Texans 0-3. Fred VanVleet torn ACL. Gardner Johnson just magically released, hey, man, go ahead. If you don't want to be here, get out. Because that's what it sounds like to me just by looking at the release. But we're going to read about that. But with FVV going out, Roscoe, how would you reconstruct your team? What do you do to make changes knowing that he's going to be out for the season?
Unless they can do, unless it comes via trade. I don't even think they like from what I heard or read or whatever the case may be, something about the first apron they over it, so they can't bring anybody in through a free agency.
Oh, well,
I don't
yeah.
know if they were doing gonna do so anyways. We think about bringing in Westbrook or something. So, but they
No.
definitely got a huge hole at point guard. Do you put Al Thompson at point? I don't think Reed Shepard is ready to fit in that role.
Nah.
I was still a little hesitant about him being in rotation, period. But I definitely don't see him being a starter right now. I mean, if you're gonna bring him in, I'm sure they think about bringing him in slowly. And then Aaron Holiday, who's serviceable and can play quality minutes. I don't think he's somebody that you just thrust into the starting lineup as well. So, I mean, what do you do? Do you make a trade? And if so, who are you looking to trade in order to fill that gap? Is it one like Atari Eason? I don't think you let Jabari go. You just gave him money. So, we're not letting go of no no Shingun or nothing like
Oh,
that.
yeah, no. No.
So yeah, it's tough right now. It's definitely some bad news, terrible news. I was looking forward to seeing Fred VanVleet play, with KD and with Shagun and with Thompson and see if we can, get off to a great start this season as a Rockets. But I don't know what not the Texas, excuse me, the Rockets have right now, but to just sit and wait because there's nothing out there in free agency, and you can't make a free agent move anyways.
Well, what would you do to reconstruct the start lineup? I mean, I figured the start lineup may be well before Van Vliet. So I would assume this is just me assuming Van Vliet, Shangoon, Amin, Amin Thompson, Van Vliet, Shangoon, KD, Jabari is who I went with the five that I thought they're just like my mock starting five. So without Van Vliet, do you say, and this is just hypothetically speaking, do you move Amin Thompson over to run a one? You still got Finney Smith on the bench
That's what they're
too.
gonna have to do.
So do you
That's what you
bring
do.
Finney Smith in or Tari Eason?
Probably bring in Finney Smith. So you let him play. Bring him in at the 3-4 spot. KD 3-4 spot. You got Shagun at center. You let Thompson play point, and then you
Jabari?
got yeah. See, that's just too
That's
many
what I'm
wings.
saying.
That's just too many
That's a
wings.
lot of wings playing right
Now, at
there.
the end of the day, Thompson's gonna have to play point. I mean, he's gonna be your primary ball handler unless you put in a Reed Shepard for spacing purposes or something like that. But to be honest with you, they just really need another guard. And they need
Yeah,
another guard.
that's
I would have liked for them to have gotten what's the kid that went to U of H that played for the Sixers, but he was out there for a while. Can't think of his name right now, but I would like to seen him gotten him in the offseason. He wasn't someone that was very expensive, but instead they went to the Clint Capella route. And I wonder if they also kind of uh, feel like they second guess or wonder if they second guess going to get Capella just simply because you already got Sam Adams and you got Shingun.
yeah.
I mean, why go get a third big man when we really need floor spacing and shooting? So I
Yeah,
don't
that was
know.
kind of odd to me too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not against Capella coming. Maybe they was thinking banking on like, man, maybe what if somebody get injured? I guess big wise to have a void to fill. Maybe Capella could easily move because Capella is very serviceable when it comes to rebounding and defensive purposes. He is still serviceable. He just got beat out by what you call it in Atlanta. And yeah, he wasn't really playing as much. Then I think injuries too kind of caught up with him a little bit as well. But I think it's gonna be very interesting, man, because like you said, Aaron Holiday serviceable, but his role on the team. I think where he's at it was fine. I don't want to see his role get elevated more than what it was. And then Reed Shepard. I mean, knowing Udoka, that may be what the starting lineup may be. Just to see if what Reed Shepard got. He may give him 3-4 games starting. Like, hey man, look, this is your time to shine. Show me what you got, type of situation, and put a man Thompson in there, Reed Shepard, Jabari, Shangoon, and KD. It
I
don't
mean, I hope he
sound
proves me
bad.
wrong. I hope Reed Shepard proves me
He
wrong,
got
and
a
he's a
burner.
lot ready. Yeah,
He
for
got a
sure.
burner.
I mean, the ideal situation would, or the ideal scenario would be he comes in, he steps up, he is way more prepared and ready than I'm giving him credit for, and he actually can give them the floor spacing and the shooting that they need. For KD to be able to stay creative, for Thompson to be able to get to the basket, for Shagun to be able to get busy the way that he does on that mid block or on that block area. So if like I said, that's the ideal situation. But I believe it when I see
Yeah, no,
it.
I hear you. And I think the person for the U of H person you talking about, you wasn't talking about Sasser, were you?
Nah, not Sasser. Goins,
Oh,
Givens,
is it Grimes?
Grimes. There you go, Quentin
Okay,
Grimes.
okay, okay.
Yeah, well,
That
he
make
was.
more sense.
It was him, Gary Trent Jr. Both of those were out there in free agency, and I was like, man, we need to snag one of them, just someone that can stand in the corner and hit a three.
Yeah, hit a
Right.
three,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Now
keep
Grimes
your
would have been
guy. Yeah, keep your
great though.
guy at bay. And Grimes started to get a little active towards the second half of that season. So I was like, for someone else that can, put pressure on the defense to let someone like KD be sitting open for a shot. I thought we should have went and got one of them, but instead they went and got Capella. So they
Yeah,
get paid to
we'll
make
see,
the
man.
decisions. Hopefully they make one that makes sense. They made one that makes sense.
Well, they season is coming up pretty fast, man. I mean, we got we about a month away. I think they start on the October 21st or something like that. So with them starting up, U of H basketball look like they starting when they starting about around October 3rd, 4th area. So got about probably 15 days when college basketball start, but it's gonna be very interesting, man. With Houston sports, looks like the college teams right now are holding it down because I have no clue. And shout outs to the Dynamo. They've been winning. They actually been slapping folks. So I mean, I guess
It's
kudos
not
to
bad
them.
in Houston. It's not
Yeah,
all
it's not
bad in
all
Houston.
bad.
It's just
It's not all bad, but
yeah.
looking forward, man. This weekend. I mean, this week, what are you looking forward to, man?
The
This week.
Titans game, the Titans Texans game, because they need a W. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Until we actually put a W on the
Yeah,
board as a
man.
city, that's what I'll be looking forward to.
Well, you know what? I'm looking forward to the Titans game, man. But I think I'm looking more forward to, we actually going out there to the game. So we going, get a little tailgating going on, man. Have a drink, kick back. We need one with messing with this team. And when it comes to the Texans Titans, I know it's gonna be a lot of watch value in that game because we're gonna be out there. And I expect the Texans, man. You gotta get a W, man. You just got. It's not only because we come into the game or nothing like that. We gotta get a W, man. We cannot fall 0-4, and it sucks because 0-3. That's already bad enough in itself. I don't just want y'all to go to the playoffs. I had way higher expectations to go past that, but we're gonna just take it one day at a time. But I'm looking forward to going out there, tailgating, kicking back, having some drinks, and yeah, man, going to see what these Texans can do against these Titans, man. Hopefully, H-Town can be restored a little bit after this weekend. We got the Astros playing against the A's today. Probably gonna have to scoreboard watch that one because that's gonna be on at like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Watch that one on mute.
Yeah, like I'm definitely gonna catch a couple innings, but yeah, man, when they play them West Coast teams, it'd be like, man, do y'all really got to play at 9:05 or 9:30? Like it just be all over the place. But I'm Corey Mixed, man. That is T. Rasco, producer extraordinaire. This is the 4-5 podcast, man. Make sure you guys, all Houstonians, H-Town sports fans in general, you guys have yourself an incredible rest of your week. We will be right back here Tuesday after Monday Night Football, recapping what may have possibly happened to the Texans. And we will be keeping our eyes out really to see what's going on with this CJ GJ situation, man. But until next week, man, you guys be safe out there, man. Signing out.